6 a.m. The Negev Desert. You're standing on a strip of concrete that technically doesn't exist on any public map. The air here doesn't smell like the desert. It smells like JP-8 jet fuel and hot, stressed metal. Behind you, 6 F-35 stealth jets idle in the darkness, jagged shards of obsidian vibrating through your teeth. On your tablet, a grainy infrared feed 1,000 miles away shows a man entering a black Mercedes in Tehran. That man is the Supreme Leader. This is the intelligence paradox. You've spent 20 years and billions of dollars for this 10-second window. Give the green light, and you bypass S-400 radars using shadow bypass electronic warfare to change history. Hesitate, and the target vanishes for another decade. Mess up the intel, and you've just sparked World War III. The pilot's voice crackles in your earpiece. "Command, we are at bingo fuel. Decision is yours." Your heart is hitting 110 beats per minute, but your hand is steady. You weren't always the one holding the fate of the Middle East in a manila folder. Before the secret runways, you were a ghost. To understand how you got here, we have to go back to Level 1. Level 1, Surveillance Detection Specialist. You have proven yourself by navigating the humid, crowded streets of Istanbul without being compromised. You are the human counterintelligence system. You've traded your quiet life as a graduate student for the chaotic alleys of a city where every waiter and taxi driver might be on a payroll. Your mission is to identify the watchers by walking dry cleaning routes, meticulously planned 8-hour loops through spice bazaars and metro stations designed to flush out a tale. You aren't looking for a man in a trench coat. You're looking for the glancing blow, the same nondescript red scooter that appeared near the Blue Mosque, and then again 4 miles away at a ferry terminal. You use the heat map technique, memorizing every face in a 50-meter radius, while your partner Miller watches your back from a rooftop 3 blocks away. Failure is not an option, because if you miss a single MOI agent, the field officer you are protecting will be snatched into a windowless van, and the agency's entire Turkish network will collapse. Your success has given them no choice but to promote you to Level 2, Disguise and Identity Architect. You have outperformed your peers in the shadows, moving from the street into a high-tech lab. You are the agency's phantom tailor. You've traded the open pavement for a sterilized windowless workshop where you build the legend, the agent's complete fake life story. Your job/mission is to physically construct a new soul by planting digital breadcrumbs like fake social media arguments, bank records in Dubai, and school photos in Paris to make a defector's identity bulletproof. You use 3D scanners and bioprinting to design subdermal prosthetic masks that mimic human heat signatures and sweat glands, specifically built to fool the high-end retina scanners at the Natanz nuclear facility. Previous levels now report to you as you integrate their field data into the Legend Dossier, a 500-page book of fake memories that the agent must memorize. Failure is not an option, because if a single pore on a prosthetic mask looks uncanny or a digital record doesn't sync, the spy using your work faces a televised execution in a Tehran square. Your success has given them no choice but to promote you to Level 3, Technical Ops Officer. You have proven you can operate under extreme pressure without making a sound. You are the expert who picks the unpickable lock. You've traded the lab for the black bag life, traveling to Frankfurt to target a secure Iranian trade office, serving as a front for illegal military procurement. Your mission is to physically infiltrate high-security environments by bypassing laser grids and defeating biometric deadbolts in under 90 seconds, while your team jams local cellular frequencies and loops the CCTV feed. You are the one crawling through ventilation or shimming a server room door to plant a zero-day exploit, custom malware that lives in the hardware's firmware, invisible to any antivirus. You use the tools and tactical diversions provided by Level 1 and 2 specialists to ensure you remain a ghost. Failure is not an option, because if you trip a silent alarm, the agency will deny your existence, and you will spend the next 30 years in a foreign prison as a man who does not exist. Your success has given them no choice but to promote you to Level 4, Specialized Skills Officer. You have outperformed the field, moving from the physical world into the digital ether. You are the ghost in the wires. You've traded the lockpicks for noise-canceling headphones and a flickering monitor 3 floors underground. Your mission is to find the heartbeat of the Iranian system by sifting through 20 years of intercepted phone records and encrypted cables. You spend 12 hours a day listening to thousands of hours of mundane gossip, just to find one 5-second clip where a general mentions a specific arrival time. You use the Signals Intelligence SIGINT suite, a massive AI-driven database that flags voice patterns and keywords across millions of calls. Failure is not an option, because missing one detail means missing the window for a generation. You realize that intelligence isn't gathered in a flash of brilliance. It's built brick by brick through sheer, grueling patience. Your success has given them no choice but to promote you to Level 5, Core Collector, the Recruiter. You have proven you can handle the intelligence. Now you must gather it from the source. You are the salesman of treason. You've traded the digital monitor for a damp, trash-strewn Tehran back alley, feeling the biting cold of an Iranian winter. Your mission is to find, recruit, and run human assets, HUMANT, within the IRGC by exploiting their hidden grievances until they agree to a dead drop. In a split-second handoff, you receive a micro SD card hidden inside a discarded pack of cigarettes, containing the blueprints for the nuclear-hardened compound. Your partner, Miller, the one who trained you in Istanbul, is your eyes out, covering the alley's exit while you finalize the recruitment. Failure is not an option, because if the handoff is compromised, the IRGC will execute your asset and disappear you into a black site. You have successfully convinced a man to betray his country, knowing your face is the last thing he'll see before the darkness. Your success has given them no choice but to promote you to Level 6, Field Intelligence Officer, the Shadow. You have outmaneuvered the enemy on their own turf and survived the alleys. You are the unblinking eye in the sky. You've traded the alleyways for a high-security OPS center, directing high-altitude drone feeds that cost more than a small city's budget. Your mission is the constant, unblinking tracking of the Supreme Leader's convoy by watching the white-hot glow of engine blocks through an infrared lens. You must distinguish the real target from 3 identical decoy Mercedes based on security intervals and pattern-of-life analysis. You are the one who directs the specialized skills officers from Level 4 to sync their intercepts with your visual feed. Failure is not an option, because if you blink or misidentify a vehicle, the target of the century vanishes into a tunnel, and 20 years of agency work is erased. Your success has given them no choice but to promote you to Level 7, Senior Operations Officer. You have proven yourself as a master of human chess. You are the architect of the network. You've traded the drone feed for a mahogany table at Langley, managing over 100 assets buried deep within Iran's infrastructure. Your mission is to orchestrate global operations by deciding which asset to burn to protect a more valuable source. You discover your top source is a triple agent, and you must play a high-stakes game of betrayal, sacrificing a lesser spy to the Iranian MOIS to keep your primary line to the Supreme Leader open. You use the burn list, a ledger of names you are prepared to lose, compiled from the work of every level below you. Failure is not an option, because a compromised network means a catastrophic intelligence failure that costs American lives. You learn that in the Shadow War, loyalty is just a currency you spend to buy the truth. Your success has given them no choice but to promote you to Level 8, Chief of Station, Tehran Desk. You have outlasted the physical stress of the field. You are the general of the shadow front. You've traded the field for a secure, windowless bunker, coordinating with shadow bypass tech experts to execute a digital miracle. Your mission is to blind Iran's S-400 radar systems for a 10-minute window by orchestrating a massive, synchronized cyber attack. You haven't slept in 96 hours, and the adrenaline has been replaced by a constant, high-pitched ringing in your ears, tinnitus brought on by chronic, high-level stress. You use the zero-collateral payload specs provided by your analysts to ensure the strike is surgically precise. Failure is not an option, because a single glitch in the blinding code means 6 American pilots never come home. You are a ghost operator holding a failing shield, realizing that your sanity is the price of national security. Your success has given them no choice but to promote you to Level 9, Deputy Director of Operations. You have proven you can handle the weight of ultimate command. You are the guardian of the inner sanctum. You've traded the bunker for the White House Situation Room, where the air is thick with the smell of stale coffee and expensive suits. Your mission is to present the 20-year wait dossier to the cabinet and provide the final recommendation for action. You are the one who authorizes the payload that officially doesn't exist. A kinetic weapon designed to change the map of the Middle East forever. You use the Presidential Daily Brief, a document that carries the cumulative effort of every rank you once held. Failure is not an option, because an unsanctioned or incorrect strike could spark World War III before the morning news cycle begins. You have traded your soul for a successful strike, and the world will never even know your name. Your success has given them no choice but to promote you to Level 10, Associate Director for Analysis. You have outperformed the operators. Now, you must manage the chaos you've created. You are the nation's premier forecaster. You've traded the thrill of the mission for a house in Virginia that feels like a museum, realizing you are a stranger to the family you claimed to protect. Your mission is to watch the global shrapnel of your successful strike by analyzing how oil prices spike 20% in a single afternoon. You use the macro impact report to track how your decision has sent the price of bread up by 40% globally, causing riots in cities you've never visited. Failure is not an option, because failing to predict the blowback means losing the peace you just fought to secure. You sit in your quiet living room, looking at a drawing your child made of a family that doesn't include you. You saved the world, but you lost the only people in it who knew your real name. Your success has given them no choice but to promote you to Level 11, Deputy Director of CA. You have proven you can navigate the corridors of power. You are the shield against the fierce moral debate. You've traded the shadows for the spotlight of closed-door congressional hearings, defending the agency's illegal assassinations and preemptive defense. Your mission is to manage the grand global strategy while the world questions your morality. You spend your days defending the gray area you've lived in for decades, realizing that truth is just a perspective used to justify national security. You use the classified defense budget to allocate billions to ensure the cycle of the shadow war continues. Failure is not an option, because losing the political war means the end of the agency and the exposure of every secret you've died for. You find yourself staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m., wondering if you made the world safer or just more unpredictable. There is only one level left to climb. Level 12, Director of the CA. You have outmaneuvered, outperformed, and outlasted every other person in the building. You are the CEO of a multi-billion-dollar global corporation of secrets. You've traded the tactical for the existential, walking into the Oval Office daily to tell the president what the world's biggest threats are. Your mission is to run the entire organization, setting the grand strategy and the risk tolerance for every operation on the planet. You are the only one who decides what your spies are and are not allowed to do in the shadows to get the secrets America needs. You walk past the marble memorial wall at Langley, stopping at the star for Miller, who died back at level 5 so you could carry that SD card. Failure is not an option, because you are the nation's top spy and the final line of defense. The Shadow War didn't end in that bunker. It simply entered a darker phase. And you are the only one who knows the truth.